Tonight, we dive into a thrilling baseball showdown in Miami, where the stakes are high and the energy is palpable. The city is alive with anticipation, and the air is thick with excitement as fans pour into the stadium, ready for a night they won't soon forget. The New York Yankees faced off against the Miami Marlins on a warm August night at Lone Depot Park, a venue that has seen its share of unforgettable moments. Both teams took the field under the bright stadium lights, each with something to prove. The stadium buzzed with energy as fans from both teams packed the stands, waving flags and chanting for their heroes. The roar of the crowd set the stage for a contest that felt bigger than just a regular season game. This wasn't just another game. It was a clash of tradition versus surprise, a battle between a storied franchise and a team eager to rewrite its own history. The Yankees, perennial favorites, were fighting for a playoff spot, their eyes set on another championship run. Every player in pinstripes knew what was at stake, and the pressure was on to deliver. The Marlins, the season's underdogs, were out to prove they belonged among the best. Their journey had been full of surprises, and tonight was their chance to show the baseball world they were for real. Every pitch, every swing, carried extra weight. The tension was visible on the faces of players and fans alike, as each moment could tip the balance. The Yankees needed wins to keep their postseason hopes alive, and every run mattered in this tight race for October glory. The Marlins, outperforming expectations, were eager to show their rise was no fluke. Their fans believed, and the team fed off that energy, pushing themselves to new heights. Interleague matchups like this are rare, making the stakes even higher. It was a chance for both teams to measure themselves against unfamiliar foes and prove their mettle. Yankees fans traveled in droves, filling the Miami stands with navy blue and white, while Marlins supporters defended their turf with pride and passion. The atmosphere was electric, with both sides hungry for a statement win. Every cheer, every gasp, added to the drama unfolding on the field. Would the Yankees' star power prevail, or would the Marlins' momentum carry them to another upset? The answer would come only after 9 hard-fought innings. This was more than a game. It was a test of identity for both teams, a night that would shape their seasons and perhaps their futures. The night promised drama, big hits, and a finish fans wouldn't soon forget. Every inning brought new heroes and unforgettable moments. For both clubs, this was a chance to make a statement, to show the world what they were made of under the brightest lights. The story of this Miami night would echo long after the final out, remembered by players and fans as a true showcase of baseball at its best. On the mound, 2 pitchers with very different stories took center stage. Their journeys to this moment couldn't have been more different, yet both were about to face one of the biggest tests of their careers. CarlosRodón, the Yankees' high-profile lefty, was searching for consistency in a season full of ups and downs. Signed to be a difference-maker, Rodón had battled injuries and expectations, and every outing felt like a chance to prove himself all over again. This game was a crucial test. Could he deliver when his team needed him most? The pressure was mounting, and the eyes of New York were watching his every move. Across the diamond, Jansonjunk represented the Marlins' quiet determination. He wasn't a top draft pick or a media darling, but he had earned his shot through sheer perseverance. Not a household name, Junk had earned his spot with grit and smart pitching. Every inning was a chance to show he belonged, and he relished the underdog role. Rodon's challenge: silence a surging Marlins lineup and prove he's the ace the Yankees paid for. The stakes were high and the margin for error was razor thin. Junk's mission: outsmart the Yankees sluggers and keep his team in the fight. He knew that one mistake could tip the balance, but he was ready for the moment. The pressure was immense. One strong outing could change the narrative for either pitcher. Every pitch, every decision carried extra weight under the stadium lights. Rodon's fastball can be electric, but control has been his Achilles heel. When he's locked in, he's nearly unhittable. But lapses in command have haunted him. Junk relies on precision, not power, to keep hitters guessing. He paints the corners, mixes speeds, and frustrates even the most dangerous lineups. Both knew that a big performance could define their season. For each, this was more than just another game. It was a chance to rewrite their story. For Rodón, it was about redemption. For Junk, it was about making a name. The stakes were personal, and the outcome would echo far beyond the final score. The spotlight was bright, and every pitch mattered. The crowd buzzed with anticipation, sensing that something special could happen at any moment. Would experience or hunger win out on this Miami night? The answer would reveal not just who won the game, but who was ready to seize their moment. The answer would shape the game's story, and perhaps the future for both pitchers. August baseball means every game counts, and for the Yankees, the pressure was on. Chasing the Blue Jays in the AL East, they couldn't afford to slip. The wild card race was just as fierce, with little room for error. For the Marlins, this season was about proving doubters wrong. Sitting in third place, ahead of the Braves, they were the league's surprise. A win against the Yankees would validate their rise and energize their fans. The Yankees carried the weight of history and expectation. Anything less than victory felt like failure. The Marlins played with freedom, building confidence for the future. For New York, every loss stung. For Miami, every win was a step forward. This game was a measuring stick for both teams. Could the Yankees handle the heat of a playoff chase? Could the Marlins show they belonged with the league's elite? The stakes were high and both teams knew it. This was more than a midseason matchup. It was a battle for respect and momentum. The game began with both pitchers under the microscope. Rodon flashed his strikeout power, fanning 9 Marlins, but control issues haunted him. 5 walks put the Yankees in danger. Junk battled the Yankees' relentless lineup, but the Bronx Bombers broke through. Junk lasted 5 innings, surrendering 6 earned runs as the Yankees' bats found their rhythm. Rodon, meanwhile, couldn't escape the 5th, giving up 4 runs and running up his pitch count. Neither starter dominated, both struggled to contain the opposing offense. The story quickly shifted from pitching to hitting. The game turned into a slugfest, with both teams trading blows. Rodon's night raised questions about his reliability in big moments. Junk's effort showed grit, but the Yankees' firepower was too much. The bullpens would have to step up as the game turned wild. The stage was set for the hitters to take over. This was no pitcher's duel. It was a battle of bats. Offense stole the show, with both teams lighting up the scoreboard. The Yankees struck early. Trent Grisham's 3-run homer set the tone. Giancarlo Stanton added a towering 3-run shot, putting the Marlins on their heels. But Miami answered back. Javier Sonoja launched 2 home runs, keeping the Marlins alive. The 7th inning was chaos. Kyle Stowers smashed a grand slam, giving Miami a shocking lead. The Yankees' lineup stayed relentless, with Jason Dominguez collecting 3 hits and driving in a run. Both teams showed depth with contributions up and down the order. The Marlins' 6-run rally electrified the crowd and flipped the script. The game became a back-and-forth slugfest, each side refusing to back down. Every inning brought new drama as leads changed and tension mounted. It was a showcase of power, resilience, and heart. This was baseball at its most unpredictable. Amid the chaos of a high-stakes night, one star shined brightest: Anthony Volpe, the young phenom who's quickly becoming the heart of the Yankees. The Yankees shortstop delivered a career night, going an incredible 4 for 5 at the plate, showing off his ability to rise to the occasion when the pressure is on. With the Yankees reeling after Miami's late rally, Volpe stepped up in the 8th inning, determined to turn the tide for his team. He crushed a solo home run, tying the game and stunning the Miami crowd into silence, a moment that electrified Yankees fans everywhere. In the 9th, with the game still deadlocked and tension mounting, Volpe struck again, refusing to let the moment slip away. His clutch double drove in the go-ahead run, sealing the Yankees' dramatic comeback and sending the dugout into a frenzy. Volpe's performance was a masterclass in poise under pressure, as he delivered in the most crucial moments of the game. He didn't just collect hits, he delivered when it mattered most, showing a maturity beyond his years. This was a true breakout moment, signaling his arrival as a genuine star and earning the respect of teammates and fans alike. Volpe's infectious energy and leadership lifted the entire team, inspiring those around him to believe in a comeback. On a night when the Yankees desperately needed a hero, he answered the call, stepping into the spotlight with confidence. His bat changed the game, and his unwavering confidence inspired his teammates to rally behind him, fueling the team's momentum. For the Yankees' playoff hopes, Volpe's emergence couldn't have come at a better time. He's become the spark they needed. He proved he's not just a promising talent. He's a true difference-maker, capable of changing the course of a season. This was his night, and he owned every moment, etching his name into Yankees lore. The legend of Anthony Volpe grew in Miami, and the baseball world is now watching his rise with awe and anticipation. The Yankees roster looked different thanks to bold moves at the trade deadline. New bullpen aces David Bednar and Camilo Doval made immediate impacts, locking down the late innings. Jake Bird joined the mix, adding depth despite some early struggles. Speedster Jose Caballero debuted, scoring a crucial run in the ninth. Veterans were moved out, and young arms like Luis Gil prepared to step in. These changes signaled the Yankees' all-in approach for a playoff push. The new faces brought fresh energy and options for the stretch run. The team was retooled and ready for the challenges ahead. Injuries tested the Yankees' depth, with Aaron Judge sidelined by an arm strain. Others, like Brennan Davis and Luis Gil, were also out, forcing lineup shuffles. Trent Grisham stepped up in the leadoff spot, delivering a key home run. Austin Wells caught, while Paul Goldschmidt anchored first base. The team leaned on its bench and new additions to fill the gaps. Despite missing stars, the Yankees found ways to win. The victory over Miami proved their resilience and adaptability. Every player contributed, showing the team's strength beyond its superstars. Overcoming adversity built confidence for the playoff race. The Yankees showed they could win, no matter who was on the field. After a wild, high-scoring battle, the Yankees emerged victorious, 12-10. They built a lead, lost it, then stormed back behind Volpe's heroics. The new bullpen arms closed the door, sealing a crucial win. The victory kept the Yankees within striking distance of the Blue Jays in the AL East. For the Marlins, the loss stung, but their fight and young talent impressed. Both teams left the field with lessons and momentum for the road ahead. The Yankees' revamped roster and resilience were on full display. Every win now matters as the playoff race tightens. The Marlins proved they're no longer pushovers, they're building something real. For New York, the focus shifts to consistency and getting healthy. The Miami thriller was a reminder, the Yankees are never out of the fight. With stars rising and new faces contributing, the journey is just beginning. The road to October is long, but the Yankees showed they're ready for the challenge.